Have you ever heard of eco-friendly drone flying? Is this a term that you are familiar with? If not, this video is right for you. We're going to understand the environmental impact of flying your drone. Understand environmental impact? We're going to talk about how drones affect animals. Have you seen a bird fly around your drone, kind of like swooping down and trying to attack? If not, this is a video that will talk about some of the disruptions of drones and the natural behaviors that affect noise and the presence of drones with animals may startle pigeons, causing stress and disrupting their routines. Drones impair their navigations because it's based off of visual and audio cues that birds use to be able to orient themselves to find food and to communicate to each other. In other words, to minimize these effects, you must be aware of how to avoid flying your drone in sensitive areas. Minimizing disturbances. Have you heard dog barking in your neighborhood, anything like that, when you're flying your drones? You should consider these tips to be able to navigate and kind of protect the environment that you're around. Use zoom lenses to allow you to capture footage from further distance. That way, you're not startling any animals. Also, fly at a higher altitude. When you fly at a higher altitude, the noise levels that you may hear is kind of lessened and it won't disrupt the natural stress of animals. Adjust your drone speed. Sometimes you want to be a silent killer out there, making sure that everything is quiet. So the slower you go, the faster you go, the more louder you will be. And just adjusting your levels could prevent any disturbances in your neighborhood. Eco friendly drone flying matters. Why does this matter? So, we're talking about the environment, we're talking about helping to sustain the animals and things that have conservation. So, think of it as being green, kind of like cars and trucks and gas. We're just disabling all that with drones and minimize the effect, the negative impacts of the environment. Benefits of eco friendly drone flying: it reduces the carbon footprint, it increases social sustainability, and it minimizes air pollution and the environment. So, these are the things that you can take in consideration with the benefits of eco friendly drone flying. It creates a better environment in nature because, as you know, our resources are going down and all different types of things. So you can use drones to kind of mitigate those risks. Choosing a flight location. Pick spots that are away from busy areas to avoid people, pets, parks, neighborhood, and to keep the disturbance low. So when you're flying your drone, it can be a nuisance to others. So just make sure you stay clear of spaces that could harm your drone as far as birds and keeping everything in a nice, safe place. You want to check the rules of your area, make sure that there's no permits that are required. And also, you want to make sure you're flying your drone away, kind of like in the early mornings to avoid crowds or the late evenings. That way, you can kind of find what fits you best. Also, avoid flying over special places like wildlife reserves and protected animals or plants in the trees. Tips for eco friendly flying: use rechargeable batteries. Also, out there, you can create engaging social media content to kind of help show people, hey, if you're flying in your neighborhood, you see a lot of trash on the ground. Hey, maybe we should talk to our government officials. That way you can get your foot in the door to talk about recycling campaigns. Because what goes up, necessarily everyone doesn't want to see what you see with your drone. You see more than what other people think they can hide. But trash and all different types of things is one of the things you observe when you're flying your drone in the air. So at the same time, create a positive effect in your neighborhood. Community engagement. Talk about participating in cleanup events and engage with others, educate, inspire, and volunteer to make sure that you are a steward in your community. That also gives you credibility. That way, you can kind of be the go to expert for flying your drone. Also, in this lesson, we talked about eco friendly drone flying. Why is it important for our planet? We talked about flying drones in a way that doesn't harm nature, becoming more crucial, and also being mindful of wildlife, birds, plants, animals, dogs, all the different things that you could encounter when flying your drone. But I just wanted to use this video as an awareness campaign to kind of get you to think outside the box because I don't know anyone that's talking about being safe, flying your drones, being eco friendly. So I said, why not be the first to talk about it? If this interests you, you'd like to know more, please let me know. That way we can get more footage or more videos that kind of discuss this topic and the future of drones. I hope you enjoyed this video. You made it this far. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.